Welcome to Singapore. Hi guys, so this is our first real day in Singapore. Yesterday we basically got to our hostel, which we actually have a private room, which we're quite grateful for. We thought we were going to be sharing with other people. We got there and we have got a private room. It's a bit of a box room. It's big enough though. We've got a table and a desk, but there's no windows or anything, which is fine, but it's very dark. So in the morning you literally, it's great to go to sleep because it's really dark, but in the morning you wake up and you're like, I literally have no concept of what time of day it is because it's just pitch black in the room. And I'm always someone who likes to wake up with the daylight, so I do find that a little bit hard, but for the price I'm really not complaining for a week here in Singapore. It was a very good price. So we've also been on a mission today to see what money we can save for the week here, because Singapore is notoriously more expensive than a lot of places we've travelled. So we've just been to a supermarket we found, or a supermarket type place. It was called Fair Price. We found another one, but it was a bit more expensive, so we found this one, and we've managed to get some lunch. So what have you got, Jess?
Sushi and Mountain Dew, but there's a funny story behind it. I opened it and it went everywhere and it went in my shoes, so I've had Mountain Dew in my socks.
Whoops.
My socks are wet.
At least their shoes will smell nice. But yeah, she's managed to get some cucumber sushi rolls.
I can't open it, which I physically struggling to open.
And they were reduced. They need using today, so they were down to $2.90. I haven't quite worked out the currency, but I feel like it might be around sort of £1.50 to £2, so not bad price at all. And I have got myself some reduced inari, which I love, for $2.80, so about the same price, which is good. And then we've treated ourselves to some fresh watermelon, as we really need to keep up the freshness. And I got a Pepsi, because, you know, why not? But what we have done is pick up some bits for the week. So where we're staying, there is a kitchen, but the kitchen is basically a microwave and a kettle. And they've got tea and coffee constantly if you want it, which is also really nice. But the guy was like, no, it's just tea and coffee. And basically like, sorry, just a kettle and a microwave. And I was like, right, okay, so, you know, can't be making pasta or something. There's no pots, no pans, which is a shame because I would have picked up some like pastas or, you know, things like that.
They did have a gluten-free pasta in there.
Yeah, they had a gluten-free pasta in the supermarket as well, which is even more annoying. So we've picked up a big bag of crisps, just cheese. That wasn't too bad a price. We've picked up these for breakfast. So these are chocolate chip buns, but they look like they've got like a cream and chocolate chip in them. So that saves us needing to buy a spread, which is good. Then, let me turn the camera around, I'll show you what else we've got. So, we've got these for dinner. We've got a couple of pots of ramen. We can go pick up more in the week. We've treated ourselves to some M&Ms and some Snickers, which are, I think, in my bag. Yep. And so we've got a couple of pots of ramen each. We picked up just a loaf of bread and some margarine and Marmite so that we can make sandwiches for the week. Jess has got a iced coffee. And then we found some of these reduced to $1.50, which I think is less than £1. So we've got those. So whilst they do technically run out of date today, they'll be fine for a couple of days. And we've got a fridge here. So we're going to put them in the fridge and that will do us dinner or lunch for a couple of days, or even just a snack. So we should be able to do lunches for the whole week, and then dinners, we've got a couple, and you know, we might want to go out and have something as well. But that came to the equivalent of about £35, which for all our lunches for the week, pretty much, some nice snacks, and I reckon we can do pretty much, well, I think we'll need to get some more for breakfast. But again, the breakfast was about less than £1. So even if we do 2 days out of that, that's not bad. You know, less than £5 for the week's breakfasts. So there are ways to make Singapore not be too expensive. You don't have to eat out. You don't have to do it that way. It's not the healthiest week, but we've got some fruit and we'll pick up some veg at some point.
I barely have any Mountain Dew left.
Did you drink a lot or did you spill most?
I drank half.
Oh
The
dear.
rest is still in my socks.
She can share my Pepsi. And we have got water as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
go
that's kind of our plan, is
I've
to
almost
try.
finished it.
She's almost finished her sushi. She was getting a bit hangry. I did give her a 12. She found some 12s she wanted as well. But yeah, you know, this is our little plan of how to make the expensive places more reasonable. And then when we're in places like Vietnam and stuff where it's a lot cheaper, there we have good dinners and, you know, fill up on veg and things like that, haven't we? So we've done our best to sort of spread the money where it is. And because we are staying in essentially a box, we've come to a park to eat our lunch, haven't we?
I can't stop staring.
She can't stop staring. Wake up, wake up, wake up. So look, this is the park. It's only really
Stop.
right in the middle of downtown Singapore, near the Chinatown area. But this is it really. There's a little bit the other side of that building as well. But that's it. It's just a bit of green space surrounded by... And that's it. But we decided this was better than just sitting and eating in a box. So, well, I say that. We're not even allowed to eat in our room. There's a big fine if you do. So we have to go and sit and eat in the kitchen area. But that's fine. I get that. So, is she going to say anything or is she just going to sit there?
Oh, hi.
It's your channel, dude.
I know.
How are you enjoying Singapore so far?
It's good. There's good food. I'm not in the car. Hi.
It's good and it's got good food, she said. All right. So that is our first moments here in Singapore. It's much cooler as well, isn't it?
Sorry, I was very hungry.
Yeah, she was very hungry. That's why we got out the shot and I was like, have a 12. But yeah, it's probably about 28 degrees, which, considering we've been in 44 to 45 the last week,
It's really cold.
it feels a bit cooler. But I'm still in shorts and t-shirt, to be
in a
fair,
dress,
but I did debate a
t-shirt.
jumper.
I'm
So,
in a dress, t-shirt and shorts.
yeah. I did debate a jumper because I was like, oh, I don't know, it's a bit cold.
I'm liking dress overalls. It's a dress.
Our aircon is cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, in our room, even though I've got it on 27, I got in bed. They've only given us like a thin sheet blanket thing rather than like a duvet or anything.
I'm eating the watermelon.
Yeah, go for it. That's what it's for. And I ended up, I tried turning it up and I was so cold that I went and got my fleece lined top, a hoodie, my shorts and trousers, and I was still a bit cold. I don't know what it is, but that aircon is like the opposite. So
I slept.
that will be going in the review.
I slept my silk top, my like lilac silky, lovely, nice soft top, my hoodie, my black one, some shorts and the Winnie the Pooh socks, which we've currently got on because I forgot to take them off and we're going out. Yeah, I'm taking them off tonight because they've got Mountain Dew in them.
Watermelon's great. There isn't a place to do laundry in this place either. Well, there is a laundry room, but it's not for guests, which is very frustrating because I'm like, it's just there. Can I use it? But we did do like most of our washing in the hotel in India just before we left. But what I'll do
We
is
did it in the sink and the shower. That
we
was
did.
fun.
Yeah, I was doing all the washing in the hand by hand in the sink, and then Jessica was sat in the shower washing it off, and then we wrung it together, didn't we? And then we hung it up in the bathroom for a day and a half
Yeah,
to
and I
drip
had
dry.
to squeeze
We
it
kept
every time I
squeezing it.
went to go to the toilet.
Yeah, every time we went to the toilet, we were squeezing the bottoms to
I
try
got
and like
massive tape
where
out
it dripped
my
down with
finger,
gravity.
but I had a massive cup, my favourite cup.
Is it gone now?
You can count it. It was really
It's
big
gone.
and I had to just peel it off. 'Cause I got bored.
And then we hung it up around the room in aircon. And then what did we have to do to try and dry the things that were really struggling to dry?
Oh, we had to wear wet pants out. She wore wet knickers. I said I'm not wearing wet knickers.
So we went to go and get some food in Delhi the night we were leaving, and some of the stuff just was not drying very well. So I said, I know it's a real big ask, but can we wear the stuff that is really bad at drying? And so bless her, she had wet leggings on and a wet
No, I had
t-shirt.
wet cargos on.
Oh, was it? No, you wore your leggings, the black leggings. Your cargo's dried quite well.
Oh yeah, because they're really thin.
Yeah.
I think I have a pair of cargos.
And I had wet
usually.
trousers, I had a wet t-shirt, wet knickers, and
Wet
yeah, a
everything.
dab bra. It was good, but and I took my shirt with me and just hung it over my bag so that
I
that
went
could
to
dry.
work pants.
But-
No, trousers.
In my defence, that stuff dried. And we were only out like 40 minutes. So we were able to come in and take it all off and it was fine. So my plan worked. It was just a bit of a big ask. I was
Yeah.
like, please darling, could you go out in your wet clothes?
Yeah. But everyone who knows.
But it was like 44 degrees, so it
Everyone-
dried fast.
Everyone knows that I have blue cargos. Like, they're kind of this colour, but they're not actual real denim. This isn't real denim either. I don't like denim clothes, really. But
It
yeah,
is denim.
I had a pair from Shein, and they were really tight around the waist, but I thought they looked really cool, so I kept just wore them anyway, so I was going to suck it up. Then I decided, no, they're too uncomfortable to wear. So we returned it and we bought a bigger pair, but they didn't fit me.
Well, they did fit her, but they were Shein quality. So
Yeah.
when we were in Makati in Manila, she found some better ones in H&M. And I said, yeah, you can get the better ones, that's fine. And they're just a dark blue, and she absolutely loves them. So
Oh yeah, they're my favourite thing in my wardrobe. Well, suitcase.
So
have a
we've done well.
wardrobe. I have a built-in wardrobe.
Tell you one thing, whenever we do go home, I think that will be one thing I am looking forward to, is like discovering some of the other clothes I've got.
Yeah, I've been wearing the same clothes. Oh, damn it!
What's she like today?
Clumsy and tired.
Oh well, that
Where do
can
I
go.
put it?
Well, let's put it down here for the ants. Hold that a sec.
what?
Swap.
What are you
And-
doing?
Well, I'll put it for the ants for a minute, and then we could always swap.
Why are you putting it for the
Ants! I'll take it with us. I'll put it in a bin in a minute. But for now, let the ants have some food.
What is that fish?
I'll let the ants have some food, and then when we go, we'll pick it up and we'll put it in the bin. No. Well, it's up to you. Yeah, it probably won't be posted by them.
Okay. So, drummer please. We're doing something really cool out here.
With
And I'm really
watermelon
excited. We are going.
Can I say, she doesn't say, that's so cool anymore.
What
God.
am I meant to describe it as? Not like a friend.
Go on.
We're going to Universal Studios
Woo!
in Singapore. Woo!
We are.
I'm really excited.
It's our last thing we're treating ourselves to, really, isn't it?
You say that like we haven't just gone travelling around all of Asia.
Well, I know that, but it's our last thing out here we're going to treat ourselves to. And it does come at the cost of things like this. We are eating out of a supermarket for a week, and we're having, like, essentially pot noodles
You
and
think I'm moaning about
Marmite
having,
sandwiches,
You
you
think
know.
I'm moaning about having sushi and ramen? No.
But that's the payoff, is that we're having the cheaper food in an expensive place so that we can go and do one thing that's more expensive. And we'll go look at some of the things in Singapore for sure, but some of them we may not do. Stop poking
My
me.
face at Disneyland.
In
on
order
that
to
ride.
have Universal. So
Do you remember my face on Disneyland on that ride? I was like, I've done it, Mum, I've done it, I swear I've done it. But it was on like this space cruiser. I looked like this.
Hyperspace Mountain. I swear I nearly died of laughter.
Yeah, no,
Her
actually.
face every single time. She's like, I did it, Mum. I did it. I finally got a photo of me going. And then I'd look at the photo and she was like,
Every one time I was meant to
at
be
least,
doing
if
this, and I
not,
was like,
please don't pause like that. Honestly. And just her face was hilarious. And I just, it was the sincerity of her sort of being, where she was just like, I did it.
I was like,
And she was
"Mum,
so
I
proud of
actually did it. I
herself.
can't wait to see it. Oh my god, I did it. I actually did it, Mum. I actually got a good one. Let's go see it. And I was like running off. I was so
I
excited.
nearly died.
And I was like,
So-
I don't know. I tried to do my best. There was one where I was like, it gets faster every time you go down.
It wasn't getting
at the
faster.
bottom. It would just
But it
drop.
felt it, I get
and
it.
And I was just like, because all that wind in your face, you're going to go like.
Honestly, it was one of the
It
best
was
moments of my life. I think watching the video back where I'm laughing about it, I laughed just as hard to watching that back, like editing it. I was like absolutely in tears on the floor. So I think next time I'm having a bad day, I'm going to go back and watch that video and just laugh. So, all right, this has been like quarter of an hour of us chatting
I
rubbish
didn't have to
again.
hold her. She was like laughing so hard. I was like holding the camera. I was like, Mum, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You're barely breathing.
Can I say, some videos are us doing like amazing things and they last 10 minutes. You've just had 15 minutes of us chatting rubbish in a park. Sorry. Right.
I think the only time we ever talk nonsense is when I start a conversation.
Nah, I'm pretty good at nonsense. I'm fluent in nonsense. Right. That's us.
Nonsense was like a competition. You come first place and you would stand.
Yeah. We're next to Clark Quay MRT line, I think. So that's quite useful.
Oh my god, there's a spider on me.
There's a spider on you?
I'm not sure. Something was on me.
I think if it was a fly. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, it's a flying bug.
Get off me. No.
Right. Let's have lunch. This is us for the first time in Singapore.
Yay.
And Ashley, if you do happen to see this, we love your city. Don't we? She loved Ashley. All right. Ashley was who we met at the Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam. So, right. See you guys. Bye.
And for Amy, if you're watching this, I still have the bracelet on.
She's still got the bracelet. All right. See you guys later. Bye.